I am Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, as most Pembroke Hall people know me. And my co-host is Philip, or Any, or NFL, as most Pembroke Hall people know him. And both of us are from Calbeck Avenue. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore how Pembroke Hall, a small community in the Kingston 20 area, surrounded by Joesland, just across Washington Boulevard, Marvalley, Trucks Garden, or Francis Land as I know it, Arlene Garden, Patrick City, just across the Sandy Gully, became the epicenter of football or soccer for some people in Jamaica in the early 1970s. Pembroke Hall was also home of some of the most legendary musicians and entertainers of that era. I was still going to Pembroke Hall Primary when every single Sunday a triple header was played at the original ball ground at the intersection of Calbeck Avenue, Pembroke Hall Drive, now Kennel Drive. One morning match and two evening match was played to a capacity crowd. These teams, Patosi Rovers, Carawina, Asphalt, Covey, El Furto, and Dreads, was joined by Marvalley Uenden to play in the Pembroke Hall Corner League football tournament. And every baller in Jamaica at the time wanted to play in a Pembroke Hall Corner League to showcase them skills as the first officially organized Corner League football tournament in Jamaica. In this conversation, we hope to capture the memories of players, supporters, and any members of the Pembroke Hall community, male or female, who want to come and share their stories. Your feedback and support will be greatly appreciated on whatever social media platform you might be listening, and thanks in advance. Go. Today is Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. And welcome back to another conversation about Pembroke Hall memories. Me as usual, Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, or any one of those names will do. Joining me tonight as my co-host, we have two co-hosts tonight, is a man who has given me tremendous support and feedback from episode number 3, where he was a special guest, and you must go back and listen to Andre Taylor Danville, Pembroke Hall memories, and make sure you subscribe while listening. Also joining us tonight for this conversation is a man who reached out to me from very early in this Pembroke Hall memories conversation, and has done a whole heap of heavy lifting behind the scenes to improve our Pembroke Hall memories conversation. And you must go listen to Rudolph Tumpa, our Tony Kamika conversation, episode number 15, and subscribe while listening to Tumpa, Pembroke Hall memories. And yes, the Kamika name we hear is the youngest of the two giant Kamika brothers who used to live at Aqualita Vale Avenue, who sadly are no longer with us. And one of these days we have to make Tumpa talk about the two and brother them for talk about for them memories. But anyway, our guest tonight don't need no introduction, because he's the most decorated footballer who ever come out of Pembroke Hall. But in true Pembroke Hall memories tradition, we must give him a proper introduction. He is a member of that famous set of brothers who I understand adopted Pembroke Hall as their home because they live so close to Pembroke Hall in an Arlene Garden, and whose family is a household name in the horse racing community. Our guest tonight was captain of the minor league team when Pembroke Hall won their only minor league trophy in 1968, and the receipts are there for all to see, with our guest collecting the minor league trophy. He was a trailblazer for a whole heap of Pembroke Hall and many Jamaicans in acquiring soccer scholarship at that football or soccer power, soccer as the American them call it, in upstate New York, Oriental in the 1970s and 1980s, where his name is still spoken of in a revered tone long after he had left the school and became a professional footballer. Yes, that is correct. As far as I know, he's the first man to play pro soccer or football as we know it, who came from our beloved Pembroke Hall. He also represented the Jamaica national team between 1978 and 1980. But without further ado, the legend there for telling one Pembroke Hall memories. So, Pembroke Hall memories, welcome Pembroke Hall first big time baller, Altamonte DOC Mckenzie. Doc, introduce yourself, my brother. Thanks for joining us for part 2 of this conversation. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe now to Pembroke Hall Memories YouTube channel, and you'll never miss an episode as it goes directly to your inbox. So go right now and subscribe to Pembroke Hall Memories YouTube channel. Thank you. Them time the North American Soccer League just a start up. I never started.
It was started, and then they introduced Pele.
Right,
Right.
Pele come big it up. And I remember that famous picture with you and Mark Pele. But Tom Part
Well,
about earlier.
everybody have that, but I wasn't assigned to Pele during that game.
Right.
They were playing 4-3-3, and I was on the left side, midfield. But if the opportunity arose where you go forward, that's how you rotate.
Yeah, and you have to play midfield at the time, Doc.
That particular game, yeah.
Yeah.
And scored the very first goal.
And what match you play, Doc? In New York or in Dallas?
New York.
New York, okay.
One of the things more know, and I think Jelly, you alluded to this earlier. Oh, a lot more people don't know of Doc and what he has accomplished. And we know because we come from Pembroke Hall and we know him from back then, you know. But it's a hell of a story you have right to say, Doc.
Yeah,
Hell of a story, man.
Well, I hear that all the while. My daughter that lives in New York. She had to work one day and something happened. And there's a photo on her phone. And the gentleman said, "You know those people?" So she said, "Yes, that's my dad." The man said, "No, that can't be her dad. That's Pele beside him." She said, "It's my father." But it's not for me to publicize that.
No, we understand that, but I'm complaining about Jamaica basically. You understand? That's what I'm complaining about.
As I said, I never won, whether at the junior level or the senior level, Jamaica never won anything during that time. Although I was named MVP at the tour to Haiti.
Yes.
And it's up Plumbing, Macam, and the rest of us.
Yes. But just the story, it's a hell of a story, man.
Was at the time, though.
I didn't hear that. Say that again.
I'm saying the soccer purists, the football purists knew who DOC Mckenzie was at the time. You know, the casual fan today who would know more of the players who are not so much invested in the sport. That didn't exist so much at the time.
Right.
So had you been a part of if it was now, then you'd likely have been a household name.
Yeah.
Information is spread more easily and widely now.
Yes, of course. We're in the information age.
But it's like me I tell you the other day, Far Eye write some things on Ball Talk or on Facebook, you know? And
yes.
It's so nice to read these history. And just talking to Doc today, as much as I knew about Doc, it's still a lot me I learned since evening.
Yeah, I learned a lot as well.
Yeah, you know?
And one of the things that strike me, to be honest with you, Doc, is the humility. Because you know, people to understand the levels that you have attained in the sport. And you just, you're not surprised by it because you expected that of yourself, because you understood what your talent level was. But you have people who have attained less and you can't talk to them. You know, to put it bluntly, you can't talk to them.
You can't chat to them, Andre. Yeah.
No,
Bigger than the world.
Yeah, but one of the reasons I'm asking you age, you know, Doc, at 23, you get signed for
They're not that, man.
Pro League, Doc. A big things that, you know.
Yeah, but you must remember that even Skill gets signed before that, though, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right.
But everybody would tell you about Skill.
And everybody still knows Skill is a household name in Jamaica. I think that's the man I'm saying, Doc. Skill is a household name.
And that you left Jamaica at a much younger age.
That's Skill, yes, yeah.
Right after high school. So it's not like you stayed in Jamaica and developed through your 20s then, right?
Right.
No, I left as a teenager.
You left as a teenager, so your development occurred you bust out then in America.
Yes, that is true. Although I did make all money.
That's what I don't
junior team.
Yes.
Which is a different level from going to Dallas FC.
Yeah. Very different.
But talk about a transition to that, because I'm curious to know in terms of say, you got the contract for Dallas, and who recommended you, and if you don't mind me asking.
You were drafted by Dallas, weren't you? No?
You have scouts around watch the college games. They have the draft. I was drafted. Got a chip bone in my ankle the first year. Only played in the quarterfinal, which were knocked out in Fort Lauderdale. No, Tampa.
And the Roadies? Was it the Roadies them time then?
Yeah, Tampa Bay Roadies.
Yeah.
Yes. You look like you up with the...
Yeah, man. Man, up with the league, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
They're a long time here, Doc. Call them there, Doc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I continue, Doc. You say, so after the second year, you say you got drafted for your team in Holland. Before you go to Holland, I want to know what the standard of football was like in the early days when CAD was our foundation days for North American Soccer League. There was no soccer league in North America before that. Am I correct?
There was some football. There wasn't a recognized professional.
Yeah, there was no formal.
Yes, there was. Yes.
There was no formal. Yeah, go ahead.
No, man. There were leagues, but they weren't as big as the NAS.
And there were semi-pro leagues. They weren't full-time.
Yeah, people used to work and play.
Yeah.
NASL come here either playing the NASL or you're not playing.
So at 23 you get drafted, Doc. Sorry. What kind of money them I pay you, if you don't mind me asking?
And that is why I came back to Jamaica. I went to school, had a degree, and what I was getting compared to what the so-called stars were getting, and Devon can't tell you. Devon knows about it. I was sent a contract while I was in Jamaica to sign. I never bothered. I started working, and that was it.
I mean, I get more money for working at Jamaica than playing at the professional league?
Well, I'm more comfortable in Jamaica. And maybe it's part of homesickness. But it wasn't a whole heap of money. No.
Right.
At that time. And what Pele come and get tell you that money was somewhere.
Come again?
When Pele came in and started playing.
Yeah.
The
amount, I'm not saying I'm to get what Pele got.
No.
Right. We know exactly what you're saying.
But what I was getting was a waste of time. Yes, I would be better off in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Them are this man, that you say.
No. They're giving you what them think you worth. And you might think you worth more than that.
What they could get away with.
But away most of the soccer players I get at the time, and you won.
No.
Get away with.
Are them select you on the side so them at discount your rate?
No, I don't think that was it. Remember, they were just starting up, and as a matter of fact, the owner of the team, I don't know if you follow the American football, was Lamar Hunt at that time.
Yeah, man, it was Lamar Hunt. The Jets owner.
Yes. Kansas City Chiefs.
But it wasn't the Jets or one of the New York side before.
No, he's one of the billionaire from Texas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, all right. So, talk about that game that when you play against Pele now, Doc, because I'm curious to know, you play against the greatest footballer. That must have been your dream. Because I must hear about Pele from the 1970 World Cup. And you say,
Yeah, man.
What was it? What did it feel like to stand against the field against the great? It's not Ranchis Dos Nascimento, the greatest footballer ever lived.
Motivation. I said I must play well. Wasn't scared or anything. And I had a very, very good game.
So you never have no intention to leave your mark on him like what Billy Perkins did, though.
And that's another thing. Everybody killing Billy for that. No, wait, tell you what that done.
Yeah.
The contract stipulated that Pele must play both halves. Pele never even want to come out for the second half.
What do you mean?
Him just no want to play him, come and show himself and figure say that is enough. And everybody claim Billy kick him down. Billy not really kick him down. Him dive over Billy foot And that's a good opportunity for
him. Oh, good one. Come off of the field.
Yeah. But everybody killed Billy Perkins. But a lot of people don't know this. After that game, Billy Perkins got a contract to go play in 18.
I mean, because of that famous tackle, eh?
I don't know if it's because of the famous tackle, but he did get a contract after that game.
So, you were a spectator in another matches, Doc. You never play?
Yeah, man, I played.
You played, okay. Because
Yeah,
Santos play. Cosmos.
Yes, well, I was still at Dallas at that time.
Yeah.
And I remember walking out for the game.
Yeah.
Clive Toy was the manager for the Cosmos at that time. And he said to me, Jesus Christ, not you again, Mckenzie.
So what would you have? Would they have just allowed you to play that game as a it wasn't a loan. What was the arrangement?
Invitation. That's something personal between me.
Invitation. Okay.
You talk with the Santos game.
Yes, the Santos.
Yes, that didn't require anything. The Dallas people never complain.
Okay. Like today, I guess.
No,
you want to risk injury and all this type of thing.
Worse, if you get hurt, you would be in big trouble.
Yes.
You back with us, Thumper?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I see I try to come in and out. So Doc, how good was the quality of the football in the North American Soccer League in the early days? In the foundation days, remember, put it properly.
I don't think it was as good as it is now. You have a lot more structure in it. And they have a number of players. What used to happen when I used to play? Well, I guess it's still happening. When you reach your peak, pass your peak in the major leagues, you would come to the US. They'll get a number of young players. I guess it's still happening. Messi might even end up in the US.
Right.
Yes.
Remember, Andre ended up in US.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, you have a Randy Marsh that ended up in US.
Yes, Rodney Marsh.
Beckenbauer ended up in US. Muller ended up in US.
Yes. Francisco Marino.
Yes.
They are Cosmos too. Beckenbauer. Carlos Alberto.
Yes.
Carlos Alberto. Yeah, man.
Pele joining the Cosmos was a big thing going on.
Yeah.
Is Henry Kissinger why Pele came to the Cosmos?
Right.
Secretary of State.
Just like you blaze the trail on Yanta. Were you the first Jamaican in the NASL?
No, man. The NASL, yes, maybe, but not the first Jamaican in the Pro League in America. Yeah, the Pro League, as I said, remember, Alan and so on was there. When my coach, he used to play at Millsborough. That asked me about those three players, and it was a professional.
In Europe.
Yes. In Europe. He's an Englishman. He used to be the coach at Dallas.
Did Lauren Donaldson play around your time?
No. The people that played during my time, and this was a branch of the North American ASL, was, don't remember if you know this fella by the name of Tony Douglas from Veer.
Yes, Tony Douglas, yes.
He played professionally in the US also. Arthur Nasha also played professionally.
Yeah.
But they were on their way out when I was in the league.
It's a pity, Doc, because it's a pity you never get the money like a baby gardener get from our view.
No, nothing like that. Believe me, nothing like that.
I know. No, because if you say...
And then Pembroke Hall probably could only get a transfer fee.
Yeah.
Would have to.
Yeah. You'd have paved the way for it.
Would.
Yeah. So, all right. So, you get a call off to go play some Pro League in Holland, Doc. what did it? Because you talk about your Pele thing already. Your dream for play against Pele. You play against him.
I can't tell you what games the scouts are playing. But again, I don't talk to the scouts. As my coach said, boy, ABC is our half season. If you want to go play, we do have a problem. Just tell us on your house. So I went, had some ankle issues, was on loan. So I had to go back to the team after the loan spell. But again, good football. And a major difference, believe me.
And that not just I ask about.
And the coach, the Jamaican national coach, now when you hear him talk about the fields, you see the match fields?
Yeah.
You don't train on that.
Yeah.
You have training fields that you train on. When you have match, you go to the match ground. Whatever fields we have in Jamaica, you name the team. You train on that team 7 days a week, and you are not the only team that trains on that field. The field can't be any better.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be any better. Maybe what we have to look at is, and this is where JFF would have to come in, but I don't think the clubs would probably go with it. It probably need 3 good fields in Jamaica. We have Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey.
Yeah.
Out some transportation thing and have the games there. That's the only thing that those places don't play the games. But
yeah,
I guess everybody think about them home crowd and all of that. So maybe that is wishful thinking.
Yeah. But we certainly have like that stadium in Trelawney. That's sitting there idle. You know, the cricket stadium that was developed for the World Cup.
Yeah, that you say any of that apart from that cricket game. Now go ahead, Doc. Sorry.
Yes, and that is a shame. That stadium going to waste. Yeah. You have a stadium that we got in Sligoville also. What's being done there? I've never been there, so I don't know what it is. But nothing is being played there, as far as I know.
Oh, I never know about that one there, no, Doc. Sligoville one.
No, man, there's there's a stadium in Sligoville.
Yeah.
When I drive that route, I drive past the stadium, so I know it is there. I've never been inside, but as far as I know, nothing is happening
and the
there.
first thing about, so who built that one there? Are the Chinese and built that to that?
Probably the Chinese them too.
And the Chinese. But
probably.
We got help building it. It was put up by, it's not Jamaican. I think KD Knight had something to do with it. But
yeah, that's a film constituency, that's more likely.
And not on the political side, so I don't know what happened. But yes, there's a stadium.
Your Doc stay up on the diplomatic route again. Yes, cool.
I'm not telling us when we got this.
Definitely not a politician. I can't tell any politician.
No, Doc. No, but not a problem, Doc. You see, you make it easy. You're going, Doc.
You know how much times I get tripped because this time, that, and that. It's all when you play, and I'll call that team name. But you play against this one this week, and them cuss you say you is that, and you play against the same one, them cuss you about, and them say you are the other one. So I was hard. Come on, you still have plenty of that.
We're going to leave that alone, yeah, that, because you give me less work when we're not going into politics. I want to go into politics, I have to edit too much. So what division it was you playing in Holland, Doc? And who are some of the Holland players you meet when you're there in Holland? How long you were in Holland at the time? How long it's in Holland?
Just 1 year.
And what year this was? Like what, 70 what?
77.
Oh, that after Cruyff would have left.
Cruyff
would have retired.
Yes, Cruyff had left.
So who are some of them?
As you mentioned that Neeskin was in Cosmos too. Neeskins.
Yeah, man, you have a lot of the top players that came to the US.
Yeah, because Holland had that 78 team reached World Cup final. So it was a top league. So it was Division 1, you know, Doc, when you go Holland at the time, or Division 2?
No, Division 2, the second division.
Second division, okay. So who are some of the top flight players you play against? Who you remember you play against in the Holland at the time? Anybody in a Division 2?
Don't remember them name. I know Rainy Israel that was at the club. He used to play for the national team.
Who that?
A fella by the name of Rainy Israel. I might not be pronouncing it.
Okay, yeah, the Dutch name is kind of hard to pronounce. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But he used to play for Holland at some point.
Yeah, it is. Your story is a remarkable story, Doc. You go on there and you pave the way for all the Jamaicans, and you never just pave the way for yourself. You look back and you hold back a hand and say, "Come, join me upon this adventure. You come play soccer, and you go upon the Pro League." And did you recommend any Jamaicans for the Pro League based on your status in terms of say you must have that cloud for say you recommend a man to come play for Dallas, or did that happen like what happened at Oneanta?
No, them don't need nobody to recommend anybody to them.
They have scouts
they have scouts that go out and them listen to them scouts. I guess you can't tell them about players, but
yeah,
they have scouts that actually see players. As a matter of fact, when I was drafted, I was flown to New Jersey to meet the Dallas party. And it's a series of games we played there. You know the people then. And then from there on to Dallas. Yeah.
Okay.
You continue, Doug.
Yeah, man, but that was it. But
so why
Dallas was a good experience.
Doc, as a young man, when you did that, when they draft you, how did it feel? And was there, see like how they do it now, family there and everything? Were your family there, or you were just a loner and do these things with your agent?
I just get a phone call. I never even know about the draft.
Yeah. Wow.
Get a phone call. Got a phone call to a fella named Francisco Marcos. Whatever it is.
That's amazing.
So Dallas was the only team who interested in your Doc?
I don't know. The coach left Dallas and went to this team named Los Angeles Skyhawks. And as I said, I left Dallas, played one game in Tacoma, Washington.
Right.
I ended up with the same coach.
Yes.
I can't tell you what happened. How things were.
And Doc, is it fair to us to state then that, like, not only would you enter in the league, but even recommending, because there's a structure for how you enter the league. Recommendations really doesn't go anywhere because a team will select in a certain order. And if a player is to come in, then everybody would have to have a chance at him. And if somebody picks before you, then they would have a chance to choose him if he's indeed a great player.
Yes, but you must remember the Major League Soccer in America is not like the leagues in other professional countries, or even Jamaica. You don't have no promotion or relegation.
Right.
And when a man put up millions of dollars and you're going to tell him going to get demoted to the next league, nobody not going to put up the money for that sort of thing. So that is a major difference between...
Yeah, there's no promotion or no regulation.
No. If you have an expansion, you have certain things that must happen. But a man not going to put up millions of dollars and then you tell him can't play in the top tier. It's the same thing with all of their professional leagues.
Yeah. I thought it was a guaranteed thing for the man of the money.
Yes. That is what they are working on. But if you spend that amount of money and you're going to spend one single year in the top league, you're not going to spend your money.
But if that's structured the Doc, if that's the case, America football now getting better.
No, man. It will. Who was probably the best basketball team in the world?
The United States.
It's the same principle.
Well,
you're going to get players and they're getting decent money now.
Yeah.
So the incentive is to have the best possible team. Put on a show. You might not win the championship, but you're going to make money.
Yeah, the big difference to Doc, and correct me if I'm wrong here. I remember back when I used to watch the NASL, the stadiums were large. It's basically football stadiums them use.
Yes.
No, you look at the stadiums, they're soccer stadiums, and they're 20,000,
Yes.
30,000. Makes
Yes,
a big difference.
And if you're willing to put up a stadium now, chances are you'll get an expansion team.
That's right. Because the one here in Fort Lauderdale, is really, and as you mentioned earlier, you have the training fields next door, right? Yep. And then the stadium where them play matches, and it's small. It look more like how you see the English stadiums in most of the stadiums are now. So they're true soccer stadiums.
Yes, they are going that route. They're not tagging on 20. Well, I used to play in the Texas Stadium, where the Cowboys used to play. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but my challenge is, my challenge, Doc, is in terms of, say, how the structure of the American sport is. And yeah, I understand that them dominate basketball. But they might do want to basically, say, invent basketball and put it on a certain level.
They do excellent in baseball, too.
Yeah, I understand.
And they're doing better than most CONCACAF teams in soccer.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, man, it's just a question I ask. It's like compared to the rest of the league, rest of the world, where a man can get demoted if he reach a certain standard. Mm-hmm. I'm see what you're saying, because I've seen that because of the football league, the film football run too. There's no demotion to nobody, no cure body play. So may I say, doesn't that disincentivize excellence? If a man knows him have money, he must stay in a top league.
No, him have money, and if him keep losing money, him going to give you the team.
And there are not enough teams to facilitate that type of program.
As I said, when you think about it, America is not a place like England, Europe in terms of football. Yeah. And you have to put up X amount of dollars. I don't remember the base, but it's millions of dollars. And you think about it, you spend so much millions this year, and the next year you get demoted, you don't have a chance to make back any money at all. You're not going to have anybody putting money into it.
Yeah.
No, man.
What I see then, Andre, Lance, what I see they're doing, like here in Fort Lauderdale, there's two teams, You have the Division 1.
The second tier.
And then you have the second tier team.
Yeah.
You see. So
it's affiliated with you.
Yeah, you can put the players them down to that level and bring in other players. It's not like the team itself getting demoted, but them have a second tier team that them can move players to that level and bring in new players.
I understand the concept of Dr. saying. Clearly, it's like if a man invests money, it's almost like he want a guaranteed return on the money. I'm not going to invest the money.
That is what is happening.
No, I'm not understanding. Yeah, go ahead.
In addition to that, maybe a lot of people don't know. You have a lot of academies in America. The difference with the American academies and those in Europe. People pay for their children to go to those academies.
That's right.
And all of those academies have connections with the second tier and the professional teams. And they'll get people from the academies into their system. They'll look at them and say, ABC. And I wasn't aware of that until I talking to my son one day. He's with one of the academies.
Mm-hmm.
And they have sent players from the academies to the professional teams. They have a scout that come and look and say, boy, we like such and such.
Well, I did talk about that, Thunder Neville, and you'll say, listen to Thunder conversation, and maybe you can talk about something like
I don't listen to Thunder yet.
But somebody asked about something about Thunder, but Thunder Neville was on the program, him talk about the academy. It's a Bummy son, you probably know Bummy too.
Man, we know Bummy, man. Yeah, man, very well.
Thunder younger brother, Bummy son,
man.
And him talk about the academy, him know all about the academy. And my question is, in terms of going back to Pembroke Island, is like, not just Pembroke Island, but Jamaica in general. Which model do you think would have worked better? Because it sounds like you have a bias, not a bias, but it sounds like you understand the American model more than the English model. Which model do you think would have worked best for Jamaica?
Promotion and demotion.
So not the American one with the money?
No.
Interesting.
That is my preference. I just know what happens there, but I prefer the relegation and the promotion.
Yeah. I think that's where they're headed, But the thing is, you see them in the US and maybe even in England. One of the things, a lot of professional teams don't really make a profit, Their values do go up, but them don't make a profit. The owners them use them as tax deduction. It's the brand name ones them what really can sell all the other things like the Yankees, even when them make a whole lot of money same way. And so on. But a lot of them don't really make a profit overall. You see.
The team itself, but the brand itself make money. Itself.
The brand, right. Yeah. And only certain teams get that benefit, That's why some of them was doing the profit sharing when them allocate to the other teams them that don't have the TV revenue.
Yeah.
And so on. This is why they do that. But a lot of owners go in there it's a game to them, basically. And them get a tax deduction for it.
Yeah. So, but talking about Pembroke Island, because let me go back to Pembroke Island a little bit, because you literally grew up in a Pembroke Island. Although based on your history, where I tell you, your big man years you never really spend when you come back to Jamaica now, after you tell the man them say, well, you're not gonna tell me this, but I put it that way. You rip up the man them contract and throw it to them, say this some of this, you know, and them make a full money, right? And you come back home.
Basically.
Monkey money.
And you come back home now, Doc. And you come play for Pembroke Hall a couple of times, but most of the time you were playing for Santos.
Yes.
And why is that? Why you never play for Pembroke Hall more as an original Pembroke Hall man instead of play for Santos?
The level. And Santos was Premier League.
So
and basically, apart from that, and a lot of the Santos people were tight. When I was playing for Dallas, I came and played for Santos. Even when Florida played a game against, this is Santos now, played an indoor game against the Fort Lauderdale team.
Yeah.
And I went from Fort Lauderdale back to Dallas. But basically, it's where Santos was compared to Pembroke Hall. Basically.
Yeah, Santos is like a club team. Pembroke Hall like a community team.
Yeah. Well, that was part of Santos' problem. Got a lot of difficulties because they were saying Santos don't represent no community. And at that time, that is what was the big thing.
Yeah, because Santos wasn't a community team at all. The closest thing was them said a vineyard town, but they wasn't a community team. You're right. I suppose the question when I get to that is like, why, I'm not for ask this, and Bobby Fire give him answer, and him have a one answer. One, you weren't there, but you come back and you come back. Because I leave Jamaica 70 and you come back 78. You go through the pros, you go on the answer, you come back at Jamaica 78. And may I say, at one point, Pembroke Hall and Harborview took two different directions. Was Harborview lucky, or Pembroke Hall never have the skill Harborview have?
I don't think Pembroke Hall was as organized as Harborview. And maybe there was some selfishness. Sometimes I think we think about me, I. You have to make some sacrifice. If you're going to deal with a community level thing, it's a whole heap of sacrifice.
I think
that is part of it. But I don't know why. When I came back, I didn't spend much time even in Kingston.
But that's a very fair assessment there, no doubt.
Yeah.
Although it's still laced with a little diplomacy.
Neutral. No, cure Andre, you saw me I try to draw a duck in a day.
Yeah, but listen, that's why you wake up very early in the morning.
Let's put it this way. Just thinking about it. Is there a structure now or an infrastructure anywhere that you could look on now and say, boy, we're going to start a Pembroke Hall thing? Where would we start with that?
Primary level.
Yes, even with the primary level, yes. And what place we're going to have that and place that and have somewhere we can deal with? Don't tell me the school.
Well, there's no infrastructure there available. And so, unless we were to go there and try, I don't know if you remember, back in the day, Doc, there was supposedly some funds appropriated for extending the field to bring it in line with CASAFA regulation.
No, I wasn't aware of that, no.
So they were supposed to expand it over the gully because the top section of the field was too narrow. And so they were supposed to expand it over the gully and bring it in line. So unless something like that was to happen, it would only be the school. And so far that has not proven to be a successful route to back to prominence. But I don't know if it's convenience or is it just that the nature of the community now is not as supportive as when we were coming up back in the day. But it's a challenge, and we have been talking about a revitalization program, and we just have to hone in on the youth and try to build from there. Because even the teams in Pembroke Hall right now, the major league team, and there is some sort of a club team, most of the players are not from Pembroke Hall, if any, at all.
You mean on the club teams?
Yeah, well, there's a team called Pembroke Elite Soccer that has its address.
It's an academy. Academy.
Academy.
Okay.
Like ballers.
And then they have the major league team or Roots Control.
And then you have the major league team, but maybe one or two players. I don't know if there's any. No more than one or two from Pembroke Hall and any of these two teams.
All right. The next question. If Pembroke Hall has a team, the players don't necessarily have to be from Pembroke Hall, you know.
No.
Right. The question is, even if that's the case, does Pembroke Hall, well, are there enough people in Pembroke Hall to have a solid team as it is right now?
No, because
there's not enough talent.
Yeah, go ahead, Andre, sorry.
Not enough talent at the senior level.
And more than that, Andre. Remember when Ducks won the minor league, you know, a lot of players were from outside of Pembroke Hall, you know.
That's correct.
Right, but there was still a nucleus from within Pembroke Hall.
No.
I mean, it wasn't
not for the minor league team.
The minor league team, I'm talking about the minor league team. The minor league team was, I'll try to remember who from, well, Punky's from Pembroke Hall. Malcolm is from Pembroke Hall.
About three, I know. You talk about Punky and Malcolm and you, that are three man, at least.
Was Chaplin on that team?
And Chaplin.
Chaplin was on that team?
Yeah, man. Chaplin.
Yes. And that Chaplin is a Pembroke Hall, man.
Right, so at least, maybe about half of the man from Pembroke Hall. So Andre, right?
50-50.
Yeah. You mentioned Harborview. You mentioned Balance is a Pembroke Hall, man, you know.
Right, I confirm that way. Right. And Balance was on that team, too?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't remember. But I doubt it.
Was Marbrook on that team?
Probably in the squad, you know. But no, because me and Marbrook is brethren, and I don't remember playing with Marbrook at all.
Alan Engleton either?
No, Engleton wasn't on the team. I'm sure about that.
Okay.
So the question, go ahead, Doc. I have a question, but go ahead, continue your thoughts.
No, I just know, when you look at Harborview, Do all of the players at Harborview actually come from Harborview?
In that, when you mean currently?
No. Yeah, I'm going to tell you no.
No, but no team, you're right, no team. I don't know that any team now is based on players from the community.
Worldwide, Andre, worldwide,
yeah.
right.
No, but I mean, yes, worldwide, but I'm even looking at Jamaica because we knew football as community based. Worldwide is not so community based, it's more professional. But Jamaica, we kind of understood it as community based. And you're right, there's not, I would suspect that, I don't know if any of the Harborview players are from Harborview.
I don't know where they're from.
But you want, I guess our intention was then to say, well, whatever youth exists in Pembroke Hall now, give them a platform for developing their skills. Give them the opportunities that the youth had back in the day to play football and see how much people develop from that effort.
I think it's a good idea. But you don't have to necessarily be from Pembroke Hall for Pembroke Hall to have a team.
No, and I think...
The academy might be there, yes, but you don't necessarily have to come from Pembroke Hall to be part of the Pembroke Hall community.
No,
and Doc, like you should remember this. At one time, the NASL did start trying to make the US players play there to have a minimum of 3 US players.
Yeah, man, that was a fact. No team couldn't operate without the US-based players, US-born players.
Born players, yeah.
But that not the stipulation in the Premier League in England, the top league in the world?
I don't think so.
Yeah, man. No, you can't. No, there's a certain amount of Englishmen are in the squad, Doc.
One thing I can tell you,
yeah,
you think about the English team in particular. And how many of those people on the English team is any big player in any one of the teams in England?
They may not be big players, but
they're not in the squad, no man.
On the squad.
They want a star player, Doc. I take a point.
They'll be token locals, token.
Yeah.
Well, that was my point actually. So if we could do something like that in Pembroke Hall.
No. The point is, what all we realize, it's not an easy needle for trade, because it's not so difficult, but you have to aware and say you want to develop the community. At the same time, so the talent now always come from the community. As they say, we won minor league and it was not Pembroke Hall talent.
No.
But Lance, one of the things that we can't forget and discount in this whole concept is that we are going to be reaching out to the Pembroke Hall faithful, right? Those people who are no longer in the community that grew up there and have that love in the heart for Pembroke Hall to ask to support a revitalization program, right?
Yeah.
How challenging would it be if there is not a certain amount of homegrown talent or certainly the avenue to develop some talent that will grow into this program? If it's just somebody who wears the jersey.
Right, I hear you. Tell me something. Have anybody ever approached anybody, even me, to have some sort of connection to that sort of development in Pembroke Hall? I don't have no problem helping out you right now.
Well, Doc, I'm glad you said that, because that's the nature why we're having this. It never started out that way, so we're going to do this, but that's the nature why. This is why we're expanding conversation here, too. You're right.
I don't have no problem.
No, man, I'm glad to hear that, man, because that's what we're headed, Because a discussion, go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
We are registering an entity, Doc, for that very purpose. Revitalization effort, and so we're going to take deliberate steps to try to
reach out.
Okay.
No, man, we're up on the same page, Doc. We are on the same.
I don't have no problem.
And everybody we're talking to.
We're happy to hear that, man. We're definitely happy to hear that, Doc.
Yeah, man, we're up on the same page, Doc. That's and everybody we talk to understand where we are come from. Because, as I say, as Andre put it the right way, it's a discussion and how best we're going to do it, because if we want to redevelop Pembroke Hall, and it's not just football alone, as Andre that tells me over and over. It's more than football, that. Because when you think about it, you know, when we play football, when Una play, because I could even play if we make no team at Pembroke Hall, Andre could have better make team. And when this man play football, them days, yeah, girl play professional football too.
Yes.
You follow me? So it's not, it's another sports, another thing. It's not just football alone I look upon that. Everything we look upon.
You would know that there were a lot of musicians within the community at the time, and I'm sure you know some of them, right? Or know of many of them.
Right. Those that I know not even into music anymore. Well, that I know us. You know, Keaton, Texas, Pembroke Hall.
Yeah.
Right. So those are some of the names that I know from your era that you would be familiar with those people So there's a legacy. There's a football legacy. There's a music legacy.
An entertainment legacy. Yeah.
So we are hoping to be able to light a fire under that. As I say, Thumper back in the art.
Yeah, I try to bring him back. I hope if I hear it. Sometimes I come back and I'm not here. Yeah, you with Thumper?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man. I know you want to chime in on this conversation. I know you.
Yeah. I have no problem being a part of such a movement.
Yeah, man. We welcome that.
We welcome that, Doc. We welcome that with open arms.
Because you are bring a whole heap of experience and know-how that will help you a whole heap in terms of the vision where we have to revitalize what beloved Pembroke Hall. And as I said, it's not just football alone. It's everything we have to do. Tough to be more than football.
Community can't be just football.
No. So did we talk about the Pembroke Hall primary one day? Is All Island or a Kingston championship recently?
Primary school championship, All Island.
Is All Island?
Yes. That's the best starting point.
Yeah. Raheem Sterling, we go give him a pep talk. It looked like that today. So yeah.
Who gave them the pep talk?
Raheem Sterling used to play for Manchester City. He played for England.
Yeah, man, from Marvally.
Marvally, man. He come from Marvally, yeah. But
he stopped him and gave them a pep talk the day of the finals.
Yeah.
And they were able to prevail 1-0.
Yeah, that's the place to start, Doc. I was just going to ask you in terms of that, but you say you're on board and you're ready for we approach you for get ideas in terms of how we do it.
No problem.
So the idea when we want to talk about, we don't forget public with them. We can talk about that behind the paid wall. That's
Yep.
Right.
I have my number.
Yeah, man. Right, yes. Andre. Certain discussion we'll have behind the paid. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Of course. I mean, but it will be put out, you know, to the community at large once it's structured.
Once the organization structured and set up a certain way, and you talk about it, Andre. So we in the process of putting an organization together just to facilitate that. We're transparent and open.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm here in Jamaica now. I'm gonna tour the community, meet with some people, some of the stakeholders, and just have some discussions.
Yeah.
And then I'll report back to the team.
Our plan, Doc, very soon, maybe towards the end of April, early May, if you have a live call-in program, an interactive program, where a man can text in and ask questions. And we get a feel. It's just to get a feedback from the community, both here, a foreigner and in Jamaica, and tell the Pembroke Hall community will grow up in a Pembroke Hall like yourself. We get a feedback from them and say them can come talk and tell me exactly what ideas they have. Just like what we are talking about now.
Okay.
Well, open it up to everybody for come give them ideas and say what them things are the best thing for moving forward, for bring back Pembroke Hall to another level. Because as we know, say, when Pembroke Hall man do it, everybody else are going to copy it. Because since were you aware that Pembroke Hall was the first kind of league in Jamaica?
I hear it all the while, but I wasn't aware of it. But I've heard it, yes.
Yeah, man. And when Roddy Briscoe come on Saturday, I'm going to confirm that with me. So, but that me, unless someone come tell me, say, next community do it before, I'm going to take that title.
But you have plenty of communities have always been community orientated. When you think about even the football in particular, especially the Kingston teams.
Yeah, but I don't think they're a structured corner league like what we had done.
Corner league now, we're street versus street in an official format, official team format. It's almost like in high school, we used to play, in first farm, we play inter-farm. And, whatever little fruit at the loom shirt, we play
house football.
Yeah, house football, right.
Well, we start, the house is when you have more talent, so you can make the house team. But inter-farm now is just your farm, right?
1A versus 1B versus 1C.
Yes. And then what happens now is whatever little fruit at the loom you have, one team we have to play skins and one play shirts. Right?
Yeah, man.
At George's we'll get our uniforms.
No, but what I'm saying is by the time we reach third farm. No, but listen though, Tomba. By the time we reach third farm,
yes,
we are collect money and we're gonna Crimson Dawn go get our gears made. But in first farm, you're just glad to get on a little team and you play and you run up and down.
Versus skins.
Yeah, but once you get to third farm, fourth farm, fifth farm, you're running out in a gears. So when you have community football now, where teams like you remember, and again, Doc, this is after you because you were probably in Onion at the time when I got my first taste of corner league. It would have been about 1972. You remember Spartacus, Doc?
No, Spartacus.
Yeah, we used to just call him Sparta. Earl Williams was his name. I think he had a brother too. I don't remember what his brother's name was. But he was instrumental in forming or organizing a junior corner league, which was kids now from like age 11 now. Because we used to just see
under 17.
Yes, we used to just see the big man them playing. And so what we had to do now, all of the shop them like Miss Gardner, Mr. Runsi, they sold dye. And so you had to do, we used to go buy the dye and whatever color your team go and choose, you dye your shirt and your shorts and so you can run out with colors. No, mark you. If you don't get the same color blue, it's a blue nonetheless. So you just run out with whatever blue you have. Yeah. And so we developed from that, just that pride of being a part of a team and having on a uniform was such a big thing to the youth at the time. I don't know if them take that for granted. No, my son gets shin pads when I'm 5 years old. I play rec. They never get no shin pads till maybe Colts and minor league.
And some of us still don't like playing it.
Right, I mean,
that is true too.
Play night.
Yeah, you feel lucky.
I mean, man used to get jockstrap not because of the purpose it's serving, but just for sure the elastic waist over your shorts. The man said, "Boy, you have on a jockstrap."
Boy. But
so we were all about the gears.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just talk about that, but may I ask you a question, Doc? At no time at all in your pro life, your pro career, did you get approached to sign an endorsement deal?
No, but I was approached by, oh gosh, that they're not even here now. I got some gifts from them, but no, I've never formally gotten any.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you in a sense, you were well ahead of your time, in terms of say.
Yeah.
Because you remember, it's when you play pro soccer, not even American lawn tennis was professionalized, It's when Arthur Ashe came around in the 1970s. Him force the American Tennis Association to start pay the man them good money, you know. A lot of people probably know that. Them never used to get no holy power.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, man. No, you see, at the time, you know, and in a track and field, the same thing. Jamaica is a powerhouse in a track and field. It's when Edwin Moses came along and the man they decided to professionalize track and field to again same way. So I'm saying, and that was...
You're right.
Not professionalized. They make it more money.
Yeah,
more. But because players like Nehemiah, guys like Nehemiah, Ronaldo Nehemiah had to go play football.
The
Andre, yeah, exactly. Ronaldo Nehemiah, one of the best third line. Never met no money in a track and field. Exactly. So you were well ahead of your time, Doc. It's like the money came after football because it wasn't football alone. You have to have a transitional period where man look on athletes as amateur and a feed to them to make the money. You follow me? I said to you, the most popular sports in the Caribbean at the time, cricket, it was when Kerry Packer came around that cricketers started getting money. And that was in the late 80s, that was in the late 70s, like 77, 78, the same time. It's a I said to you, but it's like, for some reason, it never come round to soccer in the America at the time when you were around. Maybe I should lead it, but...
Surely things will be different, but I have to be thankful for what I have still and how things work out.
No, we understand. We understand that, Doc. We understand that because your story, as the man said earlier, the humility of your story is like, and the diplomacy, that's two things I learned tonight from you. So, none of your brethren play football, apart from you.
Yeah, man. That's that with name that John used to play for Cavaliers.
That's an older one.
Yeah.
And what Scarter used to do? Scarter play ball with the jockey.
In play ball, yeah, man, that jockey. But all of us played ball.
Yeah.
And Dan was intricate with Racing United.
Racing United what? A racehorse at our football?
Football, man. Oh, and that's, as a matter of fact, they're doing well now in the same category. Doing very well now, man, but he was part of that.
Didn't know that.
Okay. I have one son and he played for Monroe. As I mentioned earlier, he's one of the directors in the Highland Academy in North Carolina.
Who that you said, Doc?
My son.
Oh, your son. Okay. He's part of and that of the football academy?
Yes.
Okay. It look like the academy are the way to go, though. It look like the academy are...
That's why enough of them are pop up down here in Jamaica. Enough of them are pop up.
Well, everything is academy in Jamaica now.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know if we have enough players to support all of the academies. The academy that I'm impressed with, though, and they're dealing with school with the youngsters, is Mount Pleasant.
Yes, I hear about them. Yes.
I want them there, Doc. Which part of Jamaica them there?
St. Anne's?
Next door me.
Oh, I run away be there?
Well, they are in Jacksall, and they have, no lie, the academy is in Runaway Bay. But them feel and think further up Jacksall. But they have the funds and thing, and them house the youth, them send them to school. As a matter of fact, they have arrangements, and with is York Castle High School.
Yeah.
For people to them A-levels, or what you want to call it nowadays. Oh. So they're going about it in the right way. It's not just football. But they have a good foundation for funds. Where they're getting it from, I don't know.
We won't speculate.
No, I just don't know where to get it. I know an Englishman is involved with the team. As a matter of fact, he's the owner.
Yeah.
But so the academy, them the search for talent, them not really play. Them not a competitive team where them players like. For them, they're about to find talent.
Find talent.
Play in a league, though.
Yeah, man, they play in a league. They play
Mount Pleasant
football. They play football. As a matter of fact, I think either 2 or 3 players from their academy in the squad, whether they play regularly or not, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But the impressive thing about them look about your school. It's not costing you anything.
I mean, them take
take care of it totally.
You mean them at top school and basically that's what you're saying, them take over school?
Yeah, man. No. They have a school in their academy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Them do them
I got you.
4 levels. Them go on to York.
York Castle at 6 farm.
York Castle, yes.
Very impressive, I say.
Something about it the other day.
Oh?
No, I was reading about it.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's very impressive.
Yeah, man.
It's last year. Last year I read about them. Something was in the paper about them, and so I'm going to do some research on them. So.
And when you drive past the entrance, I don't know what behind it, but trust me, it's impressive.
Yeah,
is it off the highway, Doc?
Yeah, well, it's on the road going to Brownstone from Runaway Bay.
Okay.
Up
in the hill.
Okay.
Yes, basically halfway between. Well, less than halfway.
Yeah, I know the road you're talking, Doc.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking.
I know the road you're talking. But let me ask you another question, Doc, before we start asking some closing questions. Because believe it or not, I was there for 3 hours. I know you're 1 hour behind, but yeah, we're there a longer talk.
Yes.
In terms of saying, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to get in trouble. I should have for the phone that time. But it's all right.
No, we're not making it in another trouble, yeah.
Not like Ingeborg.
No, but by some of them things I hear him talk about, I don't know nothing about them things. I was never part of that.
Hey, Doc, Lance Adair tell me some boy I had the sweetest thing him listen to for a while. You can listen to Ingeborg.
Which Adair you talking about?
Lance.
Droughty, Lance.
Okay.
The older one. Well, Doc, as I said, through Doc did away from Pembroke Hall for so long, at the same time, Droughty would have developed. Right. So Doc, yeah. So, you know who I talk, Doc?
Adair and Adair's, I don't know if it's the same person.
Which one you know?
Can't remember, I just remember the name Adair.
Yeah,
but I know Adair.
I am same one.
You used to play left back for Asphalt.
You used to play left back.
Well, I know the Adair. Yes, I know his own now.
Yeah.
A youngster for me still.
Yeah, right.
Youngster for you.
Him there Camperdown in the 70s, him captain Camperdown team 1974.
Okay.
So I'm about 4 or 5 years younger than you. While you're there only on time, they are Camperdown to play Manning Cup for Camperdown.
Okay. Yes, I know they are there.
And you see, because you go off so young, and you stay off for 7, 8 years, it was during that time when Pembroke Hall football in its days, you know. When the Corner League had developed whole heap of talent and create a whole heap of talent. And we are always wondering the question why Pembroke Hall never developed. But you kind of answer it in a certain way. Baba Fire answer it, and when Raleigh come, we will talk about that. But the question I ask you, Doc, is comparing Jamaica football to Jamaica track and field. Why is it that track and field seem to have prospered, where the football does seem to have stood still? Why do you think that happened?
The major difference between the two, when I run, it's me alone. When I play football, it's a bunch of us.
You come back to the team sport again.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, sometimes when I sit down and think about it, I wonder why I never just go and ride racehorse.
That's an individual sport too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's part of the problem. Track and field, when you run 100 yards, even if you have a teammate beside you, I'm not going to determine how fast or how slow you run.
I'm more important than that, Doc. The coach can't pick a man where you beat on the track team.
Yeah. No subjectivity not in it.
No, right.
This is why you need to get onto the team or get into that race.
And
the coach was saying that.
Well, but yeah. the difference though to me is, in terms of, I agree with everything when you say, because me come to the conclusion that to say, individual sport, easier for succeed. But you see, when you get a team sport for gel and win,
it's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, man, it unite a nation. Individual sport not necessarily unite a nation like team sport, or a school. Or a
Unless you are European bold.
I don't feel like him. I just go to run my race.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Andre.
Unless you are Usain Bolt or Shelley.
well, even then, I'm big respect to them. I'm not take nothing from them, It come back to the individuals again. When a team sport, when a football team, when Western cricket team is good, the community, I feel, it touch so much more people than when Bolt win or Shelley win. I don't know.
Yeah, man, when the West Indies cricket team, a good point.
Yeah, man. It touch when we win in the 70s, man, and the 80s, man. I tell you,
yeah,
man,
but that team that did unique, because when them win later on, the same vibes and that. So I think Usain Bolt winning really get a vibe, but it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
But Bolt is a special talent.
Drive through Jamaica, Usain Bolt, I would have put him similar to the other West Indies was. Back then, that West Indies, the 70s West Indies side, may attack.
Yeah, but
the unification of the community, because it was the entire Caribbean,
Yes,
unified.
but I don't know if everybody unified that
Right.
behind Bolt. But the cricket team, remember, it's not just one of the countries. It's
right, that's what I'm saying.
It's
unique.
Yes.
And we did well under Lara, and it wasn't the same vibes.
But even more important.
So may I say?
Let me compare this, Andre. Let me ask you the question, Tompa.
Yeah.
You think about when Jamaica team reach a World Cup?
Yeah.
Nothing compared to that. No race or Bolt will compare to we that reach a World Cup.
You there Jamaica for see it?
What, the World Cup?
They when Bolt win.
No, I'm never.
You couldn't walk through halfway tree, You could not walk through halfway tree. And when the soccer win, halfway tree no pack so. But not lie, You couldn't me down there. I got 3 locations when I down there. Watch.
Yes, I hear
when
you.
When they win the 200 meters, when the three of them win the 200 meters.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. 3 of them. Me down there. Me say you can't walk from up a thing that go past the plaza them to come to halfway tree.
Yes, I hear you. Which one of them we got a holiday for?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I said the regular boy give a holiday.
No, what I'm saying, that was the first time. That was the first time, That's why. That's what I'm saying. If you compare the cricket team in the 70s versus the Brian Lara era, it's a different time, and the Brian Lara did not draw the same sort of thing like the West Indies in the 70s. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, yes, I'm agreeing, But I'm saying when you use it and compare it to the 70s team, you're right. But it's not all. It doesn't work all the time because we're winning on a Lara too, and it wasn't the same.
No, it's more than winning doing it. It's all you're winning now. When Clive Lloyd and Viva captain the team, it's not the same.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so. But the discussion was about the team sport winning. So that's what I'm saying. The 70s team is a different. That's why, which is what you're saying. It's all you win.
No, you're right. Then. You're right, Tompa. We agree now. We actually agree now.
Yeah.
The question we asked was, why is it that the track and field, and we'll come to the conclusion and I say it does so much harder to develop a team sport where we win.
Yeah, what's difficult?
It's
difficult.
And it's a life thing that it's harder to do a partnership more than do something on your own.
Right, and well, look at the thing. Look at the World Cup. A lot of people always talk about where we go World Cup. For repeat, World Cup is difficult because of 4 more years you have to wait. So you don't normally carry the same players. Go back. It's why it's so difficult to repeat winning World Cups.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about winning, I talk about reaching the final.
Yeah, exactly that. I think just reaching is an achievement. Winning in my mind, that is, I'm not going to say it's impossible. But if Jamaica ever do that, man.
Well, as you're talking about that, if we don't make it to the final
this time.
With Canada, US
And Mexico
and
don't
Mexico.
qualify already. Yeah.
If we can't make it now,
We're not
I
ready.
don't know when we'll ever make it.
We're not ready,
We
Doc.
should be able to.
Well, I agree with that. Well, it's an open door, you know, for we make. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a shame that we haven't been back since, you know, and the only team that we beat in '98 has not missed it since then. You know,
Japan.
Japan. Yes.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more than just how good you are.
Yeah, the team.
Yeah, yes. There's more to it than that.
The team thing is a tough thing, man. The team thing is a tough thing. That's something I mean.
Difficult.
It's not an easy thing. That's why when we even say we're going to try to revitalize Pembroke Hall, it's not that easy thing we have to take on. But it's a big, if it make it work and set up a structure in place so it can last long after we're gone, Doc, it will be good. And the infrastructure, in my mind, what West Indies team did wrong in the 70s, I remember the vision, is that I remember our succession plan.
And then people weren't making any money, so it lost its luster. I mean, all those great players that we grew up cheering for, they never made any real money out of cricket.
No. Them not make
now, of course, it is a different story.
And listen to what I'm saying.
And they used to play the English League.
Yeah, we used to play the English League.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So, a few of them would go to
all over the world and play. No, we stay here.
You see what I'm saying, you know, on identifying a bunch of different criteria, right? The infrastructure, the money, the quality of player, and so on, right? To get all of them there at the same time is not easy either, you know. Because you can go through a spell where, you know, the players, them not there, you know.
Yeah, the talent is not there.
I have the money, but it don't mean anything.
It don't mean anything, yeah.
I think you're right about that, Thumper, because that group of players that will play for West Indies in the 70s and the 80s, I think we were uniquely blessed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think just when you think on the amount of fast.
And you know, and you put the politics in it too, you know. We'll talk about the dreadlocks business and thing, but if you put the politics into it, remember them times
South
Africa free and all them things. The man they want to beat up, man, you know, man, I love watch that cricket video there. When call it when the pace bowler them a lift up the blood.
You gravel.
Yes.
Tony Gregg.
Yeah, man, we're going to make them gravel.
Yeah, 1976 story.
Oh gosh, man.
Yeah.
It's the best thing you could ever do.
But Doc, it's only like you follow up all of the sports them though. You keep up with all of the sports them.
News. I have to read them sometimes.
Yeah, Doc, you're
to be honest with you, I watch more basketball and horse racing than anything else now.
Okay. So your brother still involved in the horse racing?
No. Well, breeding, yes, but not involved like when we were youngsters.
Okay.
I'm not involved now, but I was always involved.
Okay.
Just wasn't up front.
Mm-hmm. And the horse racing, you take from your father?
Yes, a family tradition.
Your father and your grandfather. Okay. That's interesting, Doc. Anyway, let me ask you a couple of last questions, Doc, because I just say I don't want to get in any trouble like Kingeberg, so.
And by the way, Lance, I had to leave the house, so I tried to get on, and the same thing was happening with it. And I managed to swipe my screen to the left, and there was the accept button, and I was able to do it from that screen. So Henny, if you're listening, swipe your screen to the left and see if that accept button is there.
Andrew, let me touch him, can maybe him not have the iPhone, the right phone.
Yeah, well,
Not to touch him, can you know, because you solve the problem for him.
I know, say he's
Android man.
The bits now to respond to you, you know.
Yeah, man.
I can't respond.
He might beat him.
Yeah, man. You can't hear my lip on it. Because him better listen, you know. You can't hear myself, boy. I don't want to tell him, say.
Yeah, but I was able to get on, and I'm on the road now.
Oh, so we solve the problem there, Andrew, because I mean, I understand what take place at all. I don't understand, but anyway, so yes, yeah, so Doc, but me ask you, before, I'll be my last couple of questions more ask you. And well, the second, me ask you a question now. How it make you feel I bring up back all the memories there after all these years? Because you talk about 50 years ago from the 70s, 50 odd years ago.
Yeah.
How it make you feel I talk about all the memories there?
Feel good, but yesterday is dead and gone. I have to think about no one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good that it happened, but I can't live on that.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. You have to move on. You have to live for today.
Yep.
Or live for say what you can achieve or what you can do for tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Andre or Tumpa, don't have any question or anything we could ask Doc when we never ask him at all. And you go ahead first, Tumpa.
No, not relating to the football and Pembroke Hall, more towards your son, Doc. So are you involved with him in any way with that with the academy?
Yes, man. He's one of the directors now.
I see a lot more youngsters, Tyrone Marshall and Bama Williams and a bunch of them getting involved in these things now.
Surprising enough, when he was doing his masters, he have to work for support, whatever it is. And he had a job with them. When he finished, they say, what happened if we employ you full time now? So although he went to school and did certain things, that's not what he went to school for, but he's fully into it and he seems to be, he's enjoying it.
Yes, that's nice.
He's enjoying it.
Good to hear.
He's enjoying it. But as I say, those academies in America, you pay to go there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's not like Jamaica where them are search free. You have to pay for it.
No. The parents have to fork out the money and they like it. Yes, it's not a violent sport like football, so.
Right.
People.
No different than the tennis academy, them what I'm about the place them. like Balotelli, what do I want to name? The guy who have the one of Florida.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah. Or Coach Maria Sharapova, Oliver Rush and them and thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And you, Andre, you have any question where you think we could have asked Doc when we never asked him at all in terms of say?
Well, it's more of a comment than a question because, this has been a most unique podcast or conversation, I should say. Because, we have been used to that. We have spoken about a lot of football, but all of the football-centric conversations that we have had in this medium has been focused around Pembroke Hall or even Jamaica, and Doc was able to bring a fresh vibe to the discussion where we talk about NCAA and professional football here in the US. So, I mean, I was very much appreciative of that. And still able to touch on Jamaica football from minor league when he was a champion to some of the premier teams in Jamaica like Santos, who he represented, Jamaica juveniles and the senior national team. So a well-rounded conversation. I enjoyed this one immensely. So I can't say that there's anything to ask. I just have to give thanks to Doc for coming in and spending the time.
Yeah,
despite
the technical talent, Doc, you did well.
Well, good to hear that. I was
write a book.
At first, when I agreed to come and hear me, what Prince we asked me about Pembroke Hall? What time we have to talk about Pembroke? But it was good.
Yeah, man.
We need a book by your daughter, right? A book.
I just a conversation that. But you have a Pembroke Hall question to ask you in closing before We close out with the Baba Fire, and you probably never even there. You play for Pembroke Hall a couple of times this year. Who you coach the team when you play for them?
Probably Baba Fire, but I never trained with them.
You just come play?
Yeah, I wasn't in Jamaica at that time. Wasn't living in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. I remember you come play the 1 or 2. I remember you played that. And the man
I remember that too, man.
And I remember when in the beat bad one night at stadium. Same Harbour View.
Harbour View, yes. I think Punchy was the keeper. We had good that night, yeah.
And a fella named Bobby Jones was keeping for Pembroke Hall. Ball all the three. Ball pass all 3 foot and score.
Did you play another match at that? That's what I say?
Yeah, man, I played that match. I remember that match. I won at Constant Spring. I don't remember any other match.
So it's more than a couple of the play then?
Yeah, man.
I can't tell you.
We glad for you, .com. And .com, we always glad for you, that there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at that time, I was still in college.
Yeah. But you stamp your class here, my doc. You're a big man when you come in and I play for Pembroke Hall Major League.
You say I leave when I young. I never think I was so young or so green when I leave and go to America. Thought it was full time.
But you know, when we finished with high school in Jamaica, we felt like we arrived at manhood, you know.
Sure.
And for many people could have been as young as 16, some even 15.
Sure.
Let me ask you the last question, Doc, before we close out with Baba Fire famous quote, and you're going to know it when we quote it after you. In your mind, what made Pembroke Hall unique?
The only thing I can think of, a small, closely knit community. Outside of that, can't think of anything else.
That's a big...
There's always a closely knit community. I don't know if it is the same today.
Yeah, we're going to find that out. But you say something we all agree to. So everybody is a closely knit community.
Yeah, man, could walk about and do anything at all.
Yeah, man. No matter if you come from 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom uptown.
That never make any difference.
No. And you, if you're a man who never actually officially live in a Pembroke Hall was your home.
Yeah, I spent plenty of time over there between Cane Currant and Maccamouse. Same foul Raymond. Used to be on that road regular.
Yeah, man. We still live in front of the countries. I think them still have Yeah. And you never spend a whole heap of time on a Patosa too?
No. More time, no. More time, no. Seriously, more time round Cane Currant than Patosa.
Okay, to say your wife come from Patosa, that's why I'm in trouble, man, yeah?
Later years, yes.
Later years, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Doc, you said you were there a couple of weeks ago. What was the occasion?
Last Friday.
What was the occasion? You don't mind.
Just went and visited whatever my last name is.
Who, Shelley? Prince?
No, man, Irma Tucker. Or Champagne.
Irma Champagne, yes, man. My dear friend. I wish you talk to her about coming on, because I asked her to come on, and she's saying, why that is not. She can't manage it. And I'm saying, but it would be a lot easier than you think. It's not, you're not being put on the spot. It's just a conversation.
Well, she's supposed to come and spend even a weekend with us down here. So I don't know what will happen.
Well, you got to tell her, Doc, how easy the conversation was. Because it sounds like the word when you come on, say, you think somebody going to bowl some bouncer to you.
No, not bouncer. I say, what I can't tell him about Pembroke Hall.
So is Irma still in Pembroke Hall?
Yeah, man, she lives on Cane Currant, just the same place.
Okay.
Well, Lance, there's a few people out there that feel like me tell you, Backhead is one of them, and Richie Bennett, them feel like them memory, them feel them, might embarrass them, put it that way. You know,
But
nobody
mark nobody right or wrong.
That's what I tell them. All of them can do it double up. You know.
They two of them can come on. Just like how Doc come on here tonight now, and Doc must shock say what they attack for 3 hours. And
yes,
come like nothing.
I couldn't figure out what is there to talk about.
Well, may I tell you this, Doc? What we talk, me still marvel. As I said, I knew some about your foreign experience and stuff, but not as much as I learned tonight. And trust me, this is something special.
And trust me, Doc. If any fall up on the conversation, it is so much more entertaining. Trust me.
Okay. When Irma comes down here, I'm going to talk to her.
Definitely.
What about Lloyd Walker, Macam?
If you have a number for Macam, of course, we'll talk to Macam.
Macam used to live 141 Pembroke Hall Drive, right in front of...
Yeah, Fire used to live over my yard. Fire talk about him. Of course, we'll talk to Macam. If you have a connection to him, I'm going to text it tomorrow, you send it to me, man. I'm sending my invitation.
As a matter of fact, is him first tell me about this podcast, Members of Pembroke Hall.
Oh, really?
The very first one, yes.
I hope he's not resistant to joining the conversation.
I think so. As a matter of fact, after you spoke with me, well, I come Kingston and I normally check certain people. He was one of them. And I said to him, Mac, Prince called me about the podcast. I don't know why I may talk about. And the only thing Macam said to me, where your wife come from?
and him never know the fact that your name Dan would make a special thing to him.
No, well, we don't talk nothing else about the podcast.
Exactly. No, man.
But it's my brethren from a long time. Even when I was in Onyanta.
Yes.
Summer. If I don't come to Jamaica, it's around Macam house I stay.
Yeah, okay.
That is how close we are.
Yeah. No, man. You tell him, say, you need to come up on the conversation because I love find out film story about the minor league and him challenge of your technical and all them with it. So, yeah.
The challenge them have with the Maurice challenge.
Then him say, but why I hear him story here? That's just saying to Pembroke Hall why I hear him story. Put it that way there.
As a matter of fact, you would have gladly do it.
Yeah. So send me number. Afterwards and me read. I tell him say, just send me number and give my number, Doc.
Yeah, me talk to him. Over that trouble tonight.
Talk to him and then me and you will talk. And if once him ready, I'll leave that up to you. You talk to him and say, boy, you come and talk to Lance and a 3 hour. And you don't know where the 3 hour turn.
Yes, it's true. I can't believe it. Yes, after 10 years.
And we'll talk about everything.
And Jelly, it look like you want to make it 4, so hurry up.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm going to close it out because I'm at work tomorrow.
And do the same for Irma, Doc.
Yes, I'll talk.
Definitely, Doc. When your conversation come out, them definitely, but you can't tell them how nice your conversation is, so them definitely go on come on anyway. So.
And of course, we always look to hear more of the ladies, you know, from
It's good. I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, man, the ladies, them want to hear a whole lot more, man. Some of them are planning to come up and all of it. So, yeah. But
I don't know, Irma tell you about she can't do it.
No,
Irma far more eloquent than most people.
Yeah. All she needs is just the phone, Doc, and the Wi-Fi. That's it. Just tell her that. We will do the rest. We will draw our tongue, as they say in Jamaica. So, yeah. Anyway.
It's a pleasure.
I'm going to close it out, Doc. I'm going to close it out before, because I'm not going to close it out. All the program I'm going to close it, they say, and honor the great Bobby Fire, because Bobby Fire, I don't know if you know them, Bobby Fire coach Asphalt and Pembroke Hall, but I say, and the ball, Pembroke Hall. So, on behalf Altamonte DOC Mckenzie, as I said, the most decorated and celebrated baller ever come out of Pembroke Hall, Andre Taylor Danville, Rudolph, Thumper, Tony, Kamika, and I, Lance Prince. I want to thank the whole away for come spend the night tonight. Over 3 hours talk to DOC Mckenzie. And God bless the whole away, and God bless that great community of Pembroke Hall will bring us together, okay, and still talk After 5th year, we can't still have a conversation with you and it come like nothing. Have a good night, gentlemen, and God bless the whole of
Yeah, man.
I appreciate
everybody.
it.
Give thanks, Doc.
Doc.
And Phil, have a good night. I know you hear the conversation. To you too.
Yes, Phil, my brother.
Yes, Mr. Henry. Respect.
It's a pity the technical to keep you out of this tonight. So, yeah.
All right.
We'll talk, Doc. Right. Thank you. Yeah, man. So, subscribe to Pembroke Hall Members YouTube channel and never miss another memorable episode. Subscribe right now. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Pembroke Hall Members podcast. And remember to give us all the support you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. A special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, I would not be able to do what I love doing every week, having memorable conversation about Pembroke Hall. Thanks. The views expressed by the guests on this podcast are their own, and the appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Thank you.